Hello, welcome back, or if you're new here, I'm Tara. So carrying on from my last video, experimenting with different blending options, I'm now working on the main subject. I love watching the cheeky little garden birds, so I thought I'd give it a go. I've sped up the video as it was 4 hours and 30 something minutes real time. I've transferred my sketch onto the background, and there was places where I had gone too heavy with the pastel and filled the tooth. So I have grabbed a stiff paintbrush and I'm just going to lift up the pastel and tap it off into the bin beside me. So through the project, if you see a paintbrush, that's what I'm doing. That's what I get now for getting carried away doing the background. Starting off with the branch first, and I've a sheet of glassine under my hand. I'm mainly going to be using the Derwent pastel pencils and the Carbothello pencils for this, unless I need a colour I don't have in pencil form, then I'm going to be grabbing from my Faber-Castells or the Mungyo pastels. So just quickly going back to my experiment from my last video, if you haven't seen it, I will link it somewhere on the screen here. I just want to say that for everyone that commented guessing what I used, the majority were correct with the odorless mineral spirits. I chose to go with this blending technique because it kept my pastel strong in colour after it dried. Even though the acetone kept the colours bright, I knew the Canson Sand grain I'm working on was a mix and I didn't want the acetone to maybe break down the paper. Although you won't see me waiting for the odorless mineral spirits to dry before working on it again, I do in fact let it dry before I go back into that area or even touch it with my skin. I stuck to using a cotton bud to blend using the odorless mineral spirits, as I'm not willing to sacrifice any of my soft tools yet, as I'm still undecided if I will use this blending method in the future. The colours I've used in this piece are Naples yellow, process yellow, titanium white, ivory, cream, burnt ochre, sepia, burnt umber, nouget, terracotta, coal grey 2, coal grey 5, French grey dark, emerald green, olive green, forest green, earth green yellowish and black. It's a mouthful, but they're just, I just picked one name because I used 3 or 4 different brands, so they all have different names through the brands, but I will list them all in the description again along with the brands. Using the odorless mineral spirits to blend and melt the pigments into the tooth of the paper, I found I could still scrape back or remove the pastel if and when I made a mistake. I left these in the video to show this, so even using this blending technique, I could still go back and correct myself without feeling like I ruined my work and I needed to start from the beginning, which is super handy as it makes it less daunting for beginners to jump in and just try it for themselves, as it's an extremely forgiving medium and you can't go wrong. You can't get frustrated and think, I can't do this. Well, I mean, you can, but it's very easy to correct any mistakes that you would make. So I'm happy with that. I'm also quite happy to use this blending technique on small areas like this cheeky little chaffinch, but for me personally, I wouldn't use it on the background area again. I just feel it didn't bring me much of a benefit by doing the background like this. I like to have very smooth finishes and I feel it just was too grainy for me, but everybody is different. So if you want to use it in your background, you go right ahead, and you're not right, wrong or indifferent. It's everybody's choice. So my reference that I used for this common garden bird here in Ireland, I took this photo maybe this time last year, ended up just sitting there watching the birds for an hour or three. It's really fascinating when and if you're able to, or even have the time to do it. They are so funny, and it really shows the different characteristics within just even one species of bird, let alone a few different types of them. Let me know in the comments, do you think you would try this blending technique with your own work, or have you used this technique before? I'd love to see what your thoughts are. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for stopping by. Take care. Bye.